Hello folks, welcome back to the channel Careers Bike with Alan. As always, this channel is all sharing about maintenance, modification and cycling tips. Right, today I'm going to share something very simple because the weather is good. I hope a lot of people is going out to cycle as well as for me. So a lot of time some people, when they head out to cycle, they basically just plug and play and go. So for me, I think it's always very important to know what you need to check before you ride out. Okay, there are some checks just in case. It is to make sure that you have a good ride out there and ensure everything is in place accordingly, right? To have a safe ride, a good ride, and the best ride you want to do every time. All right. So here's a little tips on what to check and how to check. Okay, folks. First of all, before you even head out of your house, I hope that you have a manual pump, Xiaomi pump, whatever pump, right? Just to make sure your tire pressure is pumping to the right PSI that you want. For me, I always use 80 on the front, 90 on the rear. Okay. So second thing is check on the brake, right? Just this is a front brake, just to make sure it can brake properly, right? This is a rear. Okay, so when you brake too, right, you are able to brake accordingly. Okay, third thing, all right, just to make sure your saddle height is according to what you want. Okay, if not, because saddle height is one thing is most of you or a lot of us, you keep your bike, right? So when you shift up, make sure this is aligned and your seat bolt clamp is tightened accordingly, because you do not want to cycle halfway and this start to slip down accordingly, and then you find yourself out of position and you probably suffer some knee pain later on. All right. Okay, next thing is you want to make sure that your wheel able to spin properly and do not have screeching sound against the brake pad. So just have a check, right? So long as it's smooth like that, it's fine. Okay. Thing likewise for the front, or you just need to lift up with one hand, spin, right? Everything is good. Okay, brake, and it's fine. Okay, one thing I will also randomly check, right, is your cassette, right? This is whole piece. Some of you probably using Shimano, right? You got many pieces. Try to move around. Just make sure it's not moving, right? Because sometimes you may think you have tightened your cassette, but somehow it go loose, or so it's also not good, not efficient, and then later you hear some unnecessary sound. So these are very simple check, like just move. If you don't move side to side, then it's fine. Another thing is a simple crank check and a BB check. So usually what I do is you can backspin, right? So this is okay, nothing, no issue. And the other thing is you rest your bike, right? Your crank, you see whether your crank can move left and right or not. Usually it's not supposed to move left and right. If it's left and right, means maybe the bolt here are loosened, etc. So this is also good for you to make sure that it doesn't move. If it moves, then it's better for you to check your side crank bolt and your this pin bolt on the crank arm, just to make sure you tighten them before you leave. Then on the other thing, this is the catch, right? So for me, I hardly ever move this piece of thing, but a lot of you have fold your bike, right? So just make sure when this thing is tightened, you need some pressure, right, to push it in. Okay. Okay. If you are using the typical one, you will have a tuck sound, right? A tuck sound, right? So just make sure this is tightened. Okay, because if this is loose, the whole frame will gonna be flimsy, and then this again will create sound and also not so safe to ride when you ride hard on it. Okay, last two things, right? make sure your handlebar, right, there isn't unnecessary movement, okay, because right now I'm using the full carbon stem. If you are using the foldable stem, right, just make sure the bolt, the 4mm bolt is tightened accordingly. There's no free play unnecessarily, right, and importantly, your saddle, okay. I have a whole bike before, and then I realized their saddle is moving, either front and back or left, right. This is a very important thing as you hold your whole body. Just make sure this is firm, okay. So all these are good, and you are good to go. Okay, folks. Hopefully the small little tips or the pre-ride check I shared is useful to some of you, right? Because for me, these are the very necessary things I will do, other than praying for no puncture, no potential unnecessary incident to happen, right? So prevention is always better than cure, right? And finally, of course, those electronic device, your bike comm, your light, have a habit after every ride, right? When you hit home, charge it, because you never know that maybe the next day, somebody chill you to ride, and then you have no time to charge the device. So that's my habit. When I always back home, I'll charge the device. So when I need it, they are always ready. And of course, they are my tool bag, as I mentioned before, and a water bottle. These are very essential stuff, right? And make sure when you always ride out there, right, remember to wear the helmet. If you want to wear shade, it's good to prevent sand or particle that potentially going to fly into your eyes. For me, I'm short-sighted, right? So this is a transition lens, is prescripted. So that's also a reason why I'm always wearing on it, right? Have a glove, ideally, right? So these are the important things, okay? So hopefully evaluate some of you in your cycling journey. And if you like what I've shared, do like, share, and subscribe to the channel, right? Your subscription, your likes, your sharing is the motivational key for me to produce more content, right? If you do have any content you'd like me to share with all of you, do drop it on PM, right? I welcome all suggestions as well, all right? So I'm going to do a ride, just a short one today. Probably I'll share with you my riding footage, okay? And happy ride, happy life. Till the next episode, I see you. Bye. Okay, folks, as you see the pro, after every ride, especially the hard ride, what you're going to do is, don't stop immediately, soften your gear, do some warm down as you ride back to your place, and put a soften cadence that can go high cadence, not fast, at a chillax mode. This will help you to warm down your muscle. At the same time, it's also to stabilize your heart rate, after a tedious ride, and etc. You Usually I do in a car park after all my ride, but today just want to share with you here.